Hello and welcome back to the Nest and Inside the Iggles live show. Thank you guys very much for joining us on this Victory Monday, November 6th. It was about this time on November 5th, yesterday. Let's see. The Eagles were up 28-17 with 11 minutes and 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Dak Prescott does a QB sneak. And then there's a penalty after the play on Kevin Byard for unnecessary roughness or something like that. Nick Sirianni challenges the play, fails the challenge. All of a sudden, the Cowboys have the ball at about the 7-yard line. A couple plays after that, we see Dak Prescott scooting out to the left, and looks like he's going in. But who's that? His old college teammate. That right there, that's Darius Slay. Upends. Dak Prescott, and then out of nowhere, we get a Zach Cunningham coming in and absolutely sending him to the ground, making it, was that 4th and 1? 4th and 1. The Cowboys are going to score here. There's no way they don't score here. Well, their tight end's a rookie. He runs a bad route, doesn't quite make it to the end zone. Reed Blankenship is there to stop him. He catches the ball. Initially, it's called a touchdown. Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. The Eagles get the ball back on about the, half-inch line, something like that. About the half-inch line, I think is what it was. And at this point, we're like, okay, that was a stop. We're not looking. We don't think that the Eagles are going to do one of their huge drives. I mean, at this point, there's about 10 minutes left in the game. The Eagles aren't going to do a huge drive, maybe get some room and get a punt. And that's exactly what happened. They did the brotherly shove where Micah Parsons was just surfing on top of the pile because that's his way of trying to stop it. Ineffective, but he did try it. Braden Mann gets a punt off, and it wasn't a good one. Cowboys go right back down the field, and they actually do score. The score at that point is 28-32. They have to go for 2 in order to make it a 3-point game, in order to have a field goal to tie it up. They go for 2. Dak Prescott rolling out. He's in the pocket. He gets flushed out of the pocket. But who's that? Who sheds their block? It's Brandon Graham, baby. Chases him down. Chases him to the sideline. Dak reaches the ball out. Initially, the official puts his hands up. That's a good 2-point conversion. No. We see the replay, and Dak, you're gonna choke it away again, aren't you, my friend? Isn't that what you're gonna do? He steps out at the 2-yard line. The score is 28-23. The Cowboys kick the ball back off to the Eagles. Now we're talking. Now this is where the Eagles kill the clock. They get a huge drive. And kill the clock. No, that's not what happened. They make it to 3rd and 3, and you think this is the exact spot on the field in the first drive of the game where they did a brotherly shove. We're thinking that they're just going to run the ball here, get it to be a 4th and 1, then run their brotherly shove. No. Reverse Uno card for some reason. I guess. I don't know. Fade to A.J. Brown. Jalen, normally money on this, does not connect with A.J. Brown. Forced to punt again. Cowboys have the ball. I think there's about 6 minutes left. They start moving down the field. And then he shows his beautiful cackling face again. Brandon Graham gets the sack. 7-yard sack. Oh, what's that? We get a Jalen Carter and a Brandon Graham sack. Oh, my goodness. Cowboys are behind. We know that the Eagles get these sacks with their defensive ends at the end of the game. This is the Cowboys' last drive. This is the end of the game. They're gonna throw a pass to Jalen Tolbert for some reason. He doesn't come down with it. Next pass is to CeeDee Lamb, or was that also to Jalen Tolbert? I don't know. But James Bradbury's there to break it up. Does a great job. Eagles have the ball. Here's the drive. They're going to end the game with the ball in their hands. It's a 4-minute situation. They're going to end the game with the ball in their hands. It's going to be great. They run the ball once. They run the ball twice. And then the unthinkable happens. A.J. Brown goes in motion. Jalen snaps, hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who runs straight into A.J. Brown. Or maybe A.J. Brown ran straight into him. I don't know what's happening. Don't know why this happened. The ball is on the ground. The ball's loose. It's DeAndre Swift's second fumble of the game. Somehow the rookie comes through. The 3rd-round pick, Tyler Steen, play of the game, baby. Tyler Steen somehow comes away with the ball. That would have been an effing nightmare, guys. That's game. That's game if that happens. Tyler Steen gets the ball. Eagles punt the ball. Braden Mann, beautiful punt, puts the Cowboys back on their 14-yard line, puts them back on their 14-yard line. There's 47 seconds left to go in this game. There's no way they can drive 86 yards. We know that the defense been just absolutely getting sunned the entire game, but there's no way that the Cowboys can go 86 yards and score and win this game. Then James Bradbury gets a defensive pass interference. He gets injured. That's not good. All of a sudden, the Cowboys have the ball 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Throw a ball again. It's a roughing the passer on Hassan Reddick. All of a sudden, the Cowboys have the ball at the 25-yard line. It's first down at the 25-yard line. They throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. He gets 12 yards. All of a sudden, it's 1st and 10 from the 11. And then Jalen Carter gets an encroachment. I haven't heard an encroachment call in a very long time. Jalen Carter gets an encroachment. It's first and 5 from the 6-yard line. There's no way that the Eagles win this game. The Cowboys can't choke this away, can they? Well, then our guy, Tyron Smith, false start, puts it back. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Things are going well. What's going to happen here? Josh Sweat, baby. Josh Sweat rushing from the other side. He doesn't rush from that side. Josh Sweat comes in, 11-yard sack. Oh, baby. Now we're cooking with gas. We are cooking with gas. They take another shot to what's his name? To Jalen Tolbert. It goes out of the end zone. The Cowboys have to run back. It's a delay of game. It's their last play now. It's 3rd and 25 from the 26-yard line. They throw the ball. CeeDee Lamb catches it, makes it to the 5. Sidney Brown, been getting cooked all day, hammers CeeDee Lamb, balls on the ground. Reed Blankenship picks it up, and the nightmare is over. That was the longest fourth quarter that I can remember, and your Eagles limp away in some cases into the bye week at with an 8-1 record, baby. Into the bye week. We don't want to think about the game anymore. We'd rather be past it, but we're going to talk about it here. I'm going to bring in my co-hosts. We got Jeffrey Knox. We got Tressany Sawyers. How are you guys doing today?
What's up, man? Tressany, what's happening?
I'm dead.
Hey, I'm excited.
Tressany, Jake. Hey, I got a victory cigar here. After that, that was an excellent job of detailing everything that happened in that game, Jake. I don't know if I want to smoke this cigar, get drunk, and do a combination of 2 later, or pray. But I might do all 3, man. That was horrific to watch, and listening to you detail everything that happened made it feel a little bit worse. But in the end, the Eagles are 8-1, one day after Jason Kelsey's birthday. I'm happy because the Cowboys lost. All of their Facebook statuses look like this. That's what I see, Tressany. Now I'm going to look for Cowboys fans because they've been aggravating me all week. It's their turn to try to talk some junk if they want to do that. And in typical Dallas Cowboys fan fashion, they all have disappeared from the face of the planet. But we're good because their Facebook status looks like that, which is typically what happens when Cowboys lose. How you feeling, Tress?
I don't know how to feel. The game yesterday very much stressed me out. The secondary did not look good. And what I do know is I love Jalen Hurts. He is a king. We owe him so much. And I love Jalen Hurts so much.
That's the toughest dude in the world.
Absolutely.
I've never, he gets up from everything. He's Spider-Man is what he is. He gets knocked down. He keeps getting back up. But then they have that after he takes that shot to the knee before halftime and the camera is just on him and you can see his body quivering as he's doing a push-up. I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
Brain just about went out my freaking eyes there. Man, that was.
Jalen is always the last one to reemerge from the locker room anyway, but there was just this sense where it was like everybody just looking in the locker room like he's not really coming back out again, is he? And he does this right after that.
To throw it again. 4-man pressure. Hurts going deep for the end zone. Devontae Smith has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Those are goosebumps. Goosebumps right there.
Literally.
Oh my
he's
God.
He's a human, man. I watched the shot on this guy's knee. I was like, there's no way he's getting there from that. There's no way he's walking away from that. And then he does all that. And the next thing you know, he's throwing touchdown passes and he's playing the entire second half like nothing ever happened. So the guy's nailed it. He's
Yeah,
not really
I believe he even was there like a designed run, or did he keep the ball later on an
I think that
RPR?
was before that. Like the first thing they're gonna do is we're gonna run the ball with Jalen Hurts just to prove to you that nothing's wrong with his knee, which is typical Nick Sirianni coaching. Like I'm gonna use coaching strategy to prove a point.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
That was took years off my life. I know Lane Johnson after the game he said that he was living in dog years during that last defensive drive. He said he started that drive 33. He's 42 now, and buddy, that was brutal, man. That was so. Oh my God. I was telling Jeff before the show that it was great weather here yesterday, so I was doing that game with the windows open, and I heard my neighbor's kid playing hockey in their front yard. He heard some things, man. He heard some things.
Oh, I'm sure.
That was brutal. But where are our vibes at? How are you guys doing vibe wise with this?
My bad. I'm loving the comment. There comes out the locker room like Willis Reed.
That ain't wrong.
Vibes. I don't know, man. 8-1 is 8-1. A win is a win. We're supposed to say all that stuff. Like the Eagles had the best record in the league. It's better to fix things with an 8-1 record than do so and be like, this team could literally be like 7-2 now. Two losses like the Dallas Cowboys, and then we're talking about the Cowboys and Eagles both have 2 losses, and they have a tiebreaker early in the season. That's how close things are in the NFL. But now they go up 2 games on the Dallas Cowboys, technically 3 with the tiebreaker and stuff. So you got to feel good about that. But that was the worst 46 seconds of football thing I've ever seen on both ends of the ball. That's my take.
Yes.
How about you, Trustney? What do you got going on vibe wise?
I don't know, honestly, because on the one hand, I agree. We are 8-1. We have the best record in the NFL. That's good. But how long could we keep saying, oh, at least we won. Oh, at least we're the best before we're just not anymore? And I don't know. I'm feeling worried. I don't feel good about going into Kansas City in 2 weeks, but I guess I'm happy-ish.
See, I'm kind of there with you. The how long can we keep this up thing? But man, all they do is win.
Right?
All they do, it doesn't seem like they're putting things together. It's not like they're on like this. It doesn't feel like they're on a stretch. Like it does. It doesn't. What was it? Was Jets week 5 or was that week 6?
I don't even remember. Like all of it started running again after a while. Like some of these games, man, I'm starting to remember less of the game as the game goes along. Like it's hard to forget that one. That was actually entertaining for the wrong reasons and stuff like that. But
yeah,
man, I'm just standing there and I'm just looking at like everybody's reaction. I'm looking at like Twitter or X or whatever they call themselves now, and everybody just went from like, I think like ESPN said like the Cowboys have like a 2% probability of winning this game, and they went like to the 50, to the 65, and
yes.
looking at the fans, they're like, no, not like this. Please don't end like this. Not to the Cowboys. And
have you looked at the probability chart
for a few seconds, only to disappear again?
Right.
Shayna's talking about she was dying earlier than she wants to. So
I don't know if this is going to show up very well, but that is the probability chart. Eagles are on the bottom. That's what my EKG would have looked like. Man, it was gut wrenching. I'm very glad that game is over. That to me that game is more of an indictment on just the absolute terrible mind meld of Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy. Though Mike McCarthy, bottom 10 coach in the NFL. How do you not win that game? Dak, how are you so stupid that you stepped out of bounds on a 2-point conversion? You've been in the league. What is this? His 8th year?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. But
I'm so glad he stepped out of bounds, man. But I'm like, I'm gonna go the other way, Jake. Like, I don't know if you can actually blame Dak for this one. You know, I love to blame Dak for everything. But I'm like, this was not on Dak, right? We gotta give him some credit after this.
I mean, Dak's throwing the ball to Jalen Tolbert, who I believe going into the game had 7 catches in the entire season, and I think he had more targets in the fourth quarter there than he's had in a single game. That's on Dak. You know that CeeDee Lamb has been cooking this Eagles defense the entire game. Everybody but really Darius Slay. What was CeeDee Lamb's final stat line? It was something ridiculous. Where's it at? 11 catches for 191 yards. I guess you could take out probably the 25 yards on that last play, but still, I mean, 10 catches for what's 166 yards or something like that. Like it's He was cooking the entire time. You throw the ball to Jalen Tolbert when it's do or die time. That's like that. That's like Eagles need to come back and they throw the ball to Britton Covey. What are you doing?
Literally.
Oh. Nice wall art, by the way, Tristan. Like, that's dope.
Oh, thank you. I'm at my grandma's house. This is her artwork. I won't take the credit.
Got you. You said you was worried. What's most got you worried about the team so far? Like, we've been complaining all season and stuff. Well, I haven't. Jake has. He's over there.
Right. He's over there. Yeah. My biggest thing is it's the secondary. It really is. I was worried about Jalen there for a while, but of course he is Spider-Man, like you were saying. So there really isn't anything that I'm concerned about right now other than his health, of course. But our secondary, they look old, they look bad, they look slow. I honestly don't know how we are 8-1 right now. I'm not mad at it. I'm happy, but like, how is this happening? I think the football gods are smiling at us right now.
Yeah. I mean, they put the ball. How many times did they put the ball on the ground yesterday? I know DeAndre Swift did twice. I mean, he lucked into it. Oh, and then early in the first quarter, the strip sack on Jalen that bounced off of whose hand was that?
Eagles had 3 fumbles. They didn't lose any of them, but they had 3 fumbles.
Yeah,
I remember that. I don't remember who did what and stuff, but I'm like Tristan. Like, I'm worried about the secondary. Like, you and I talked about James Bradbury. I was like, he's cool, he's fine, don't worry about it. I was wrong. You were right. I was wrong. I'll be the first to admit when I was wrong. Something's wrong with James Bradbury. I'm scared.
I mean, he's 30 years old and he's showing it, man. But
what's the alternative? Put Josh Jobe out there?
No, never.
See, James Bradbury. Okay, he got cooked this game. I've rewatched it, and that's how I was able to have that whole fourth quarter thing burned into my brain. A lot of the passes that James Bradbury is getting cooked on were scramble drills, and I know Greg Olsen kept bringing it up in the broadcast and was just chirping it the entire time. But it was all those scramble drills. It was like these wide receivers are making 3 moves on him, and he's 30. He keeps playing because he's smart. Like when he broke up that pass to CeeDee Lamb in the fourth quarter, that or whoever whatever guy it was, he broke that up because he's smart. Now he also had that DPI, and that was very dumb. That on the Cowboys' last drive, but he's just slow. He's smart, but he's slow, and that you got to keep playing him. I mean, you're not. The Chiefs don't have that. The Chiefs don't have Burner right now.
Right.
I mean, I think they're going to be relatively fine.
Yeah.
I think relatively fine. Not good, but this is kind of what we thought going into this season is that we saw the Chiefs do it last year. If you have a defense that's just serviceable, you can win a Super Bowl. It's an offensive league, and this offense is absolutely nails.
Right.
It's just you need your defense to be able to hold up. And sure enough, the Eagles it does not feel like it. By no means does it feel like it. In that fourth quarter, the Eagles outscored the Cowboys 14-6. Or in the second half, sorry. In the second half, they outscored the Cowboys 14-6.
Yeah, I remember 14 in the third quarter. I was like,
not the fourth quarter. In the second half, they outscored the Cowboys 14-6, and that's what you need your defense to do. Again, having a great defense, we see it with the Ravens. Having a great defense is awesome, but having that powerhouse of an offense is just so much more important in the NFL in 2023. So, yeah, secondary is very scary, especially how Jake Ferguson going off yesterday. What do you have, like 7 catches for like 70 yards or something like that? Their tight end, the Cowboys tight end.
Ridiculous.
7 catches, 91 yards, a touchdown.
Yeah, tight ends have been a problem for this Eagles defense since week 1. And
literally,
Travis Kelce is going to probably eat up. But as long as that offense can keep cooking, I'm not totally the issues in the secondary don't gut me probably as much as they should.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you.
That's what I got going on.
Avonte Maddox is gone. Zach McPherson's gone. Bradley Roby was supposed to fix that. He's hurt.
Bradley Roby said that he'll be back after the bye.
I know Eagles fans would have loved Eli Ricks. Eli Ricks can't play. We got excited about a pick 6 interception in the preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens, against a third-string quarterback and guys who weren't going to make the team.
I believe that was a pick on Pro Bowl quarterback Snoop Huntley. though. So it's not third string. They would play him as the third string because they care too much about their preseason record. But to be
Right.
fair, it was on Snoop Huntley. Pro Bowl quarterback, by the way, because that's a joke. But
Treston, you believe in Eli Ricks?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not even a little bit.
yeah,
It's hard for me to believe that we went in this game sitting here saying, okay, the game plan on defense is we're going to put Eli Ricks and Sidney Brown on CeeDee Lamb. That's smart. That's what we're going to do.
yeah,
It was ridiculous.
And then once they put Slay on him, Slay was nails. I think I have something. I like to tweet if I can find it.
I think Slay put Slay on CD because the whole thing was like, okay, we're gonna put Slay on CD if CD comes outside. When he's inside, he's just gonna line up against whoever the slot cornerback is. And then eventually Slay just got to the point. He's like, no, I'm gonna guard CD. That's what it is. That's what's gonna happen. I'm taking over. I run the defense now. I'm calling the plays.
Right.
Slay had was targeted 10 times, 6 receptions, 79 yards, and 0 TDs. That 79 yards is inflated by that 25-yard CeeDee Lamb at the end. So
okay,
Slay,
so what happened with James Bradbury?
Nothing.
I did not see that, and I did not want to look that up. I'll look
Not a
that up
thing.
and have that for Friday.
Targets. I want to know targets, yardage, everything. I know he had like 3 penalties, right?
Probably. Yeah, but to be fair, the refs were letting their freak flag fly. They were calling every damn thing. They were addicted to throwing their flags. That was kind of wild.
It was.
Even on the Cowboys too. Like there's one. Was it Deron Bland had a holding call on like Devontae Smith, that phantom one? It's like, okay, at least they're doing it to both teams, but whatever.
Why are you looking it up? Okay, so Treston, we got Dallas Goedert's hurt. It's like we get one guy, we back, we lose somebody else. Dallas Goedert has a fracture in his forearm. He may miss 4 weeks. And I don't know who the third option is in the passing game now. Nobody seems to want Quez Watkins back.
No.
A lot of this it seems like he can play. They just don't want to throw him the ball. And we got like a bunch of tight ends who can block but can't catch. Grant Calcaterra might be all right, but he's got a concussion.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I have Bradbury numbers here for you. 8 targets, 5 receptions, 68 yards, 5 first downs allowed, and 1 touchdown.
That has to be wrong. There's no way that's right.
Man, well, to be fair, they're cooking Sidney Brown and Eli Ricks from the slot too.
5 receptions, 68 yards. That didn't feel like 5 receptions, 68 yards.
Not at all.
But as far as who the number 3 receiver would be, Albert O is an Eagle. I think he got a couple snaps yesterday, maybe just 1 snap. Olamide Zacchaeus is still a guy.
I like Olamide.
But they're not Dallas Goedert.
Absolutely not.
The delta between those two guys, anybody else and Dallas Goedert is going to be pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that what did they say? Just a break on Dallas Goedert's arm, 4 weeks, I believe it is. So he'll be back. I mean, this is about the same time. Week 9 last year was when he got hurt in Washington.
I think a bright side too is he broke his arm, but 4 weeks, if we're counting this one, he's probably going to miss 3 games because he's off this week. That helps. But
that does help.
What about Julio? Julio says he's ready. Check us out. I brought receipts.
He spoke about playing whatever role they need. As a Hall of Fame type player, how do you go about kind of readjusting that mindset?
Oh, no. My mindset is definitely to dominate. Don't get it twisted. I'm here to dominate, But I'm saying like, they have the guys are already here. They solidified and they're in their positions, right? So like wherever they need me to go and be, I'm going to do that at my best of my ability.
At this point in your career, how much do you feel like you have left?
Have left? Well, just keep watching. I ain't gonna make no expectations. Just keep watching, and I can show you. And we'll revisit this question. All right.
Julio's here to dominate, Treston.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think he'll be bad.
Huh?
I don't think he'll be bad. I think he'll be fine. I'm not going to put all of my eggs in that basket.
Fair enough.
That's probably fair. I mean, yeah, he's a huge dude. When he's out there, he looks like a tight end who's lining up off the ball.
Right.
But he's not going to get. I mean, that's the thing about Dallas Goedert is that he also helps in the run game. He's an incredible run blocker. That being said, the run game hasn't exactly been there for the last couple weeks, but yeesh, man, it's not looking good with that. Because I'm looking up the snap counts for yesterday. Julio Jones had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 snaps yesterday.
Okay.
And
I don't even remember that.
I don't remember that either. I don't remember seeing him yesterday.
I remember watching him walk by the camera. I don't remember anything about it. I'm like, 18 snaps.
Yeah, 18 snaps, 11 of them were on passing downs. I do remember him at one point. One of the guys on one of the announcers said called him legendary wide receiver Julio Jones, and I was like, "You goddamn right, he is."
Okay, I do remember hearing that actually. Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
Give Gronk a call?
Absolutely not,
buddy.
Absolutely not. Never.
D-man. I don't know about that.
Here's the thing. So Julio is not the Julio Jones we saw in Atlanta. He's a Hall of Famer. We know that. If Julio's out there, he should get the third cornerback on everybody's defense. If Julio Jones can't beat the third cornerback on anybody's defense now, like, we got a problem.
Yeah.
So you got Devontae and you got AJ on the outside. They're taking the top two guys.
Yep.
Right.
How good is everybody's third corner? If Julio can't beat that guy,
that's a problem.
Then we're in trouble. Then we're in trouble. Again, when they signed him, I said if Julio Jones gets 15 catches this season and 190 yards, I'm going to be like, that's a great pickup. You guys crushed it with that one. Tremendous job. I'm not expecting a whole lot out of him. I'm all in on Olamide Zaccheaus, and that's where I'm going to put my money at. But also, Jack Stoll's good. He's not great, but he's good.
I agree with that.
I agree with that too. Jack Stoll can catch when they're throwing the ball. Just don't throw them low.
I'm fully expecting a tight end to be drafted this year, or next year, I guess. This season. So when the Eagles drafted Dallas Goedert, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. Zach Ertz had been an Eagle for the same amount of time as Dallas Goedert is an Eagle right now when the Eagles drafted Dallas Goedert. Did that make sense? Did I just say stupid, dumb thing?
No, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
expecting it. So when the Eagles drafted Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz was an Eagle for the same amount of time as Dallas Goedert is an Eagle right now. This is one of those things where if I wrote it out 6 times, it wouldn't make sense. But okay, relatively understandable. So yeah, I'm expecting a new tight end to walk in the door next year.
Hopefully.
We'll see about that.
Somebody wanted a linebacker. They're talking about.
Get out of here.
That's what they said.
Like in the draft, or just in general. Any linebacker who's on the street right now is going to be a garbage pail. Yeah. Nakobe Dean went out.
Nakobe Dean might be a bust.
Nakobe Dean is a bust. And to call him a bust, he was a 3rd-round pick. It's hard to call somebody a bust, but I've seen enough of Nakobe Dean. Give me Jeff. I think you were on Nicholas Morrow. Yeah, I'm all in on that. Zach Cunningham playing out of your goddamn mind. Zach Cunningham. When he put Dak Prescott in the ground after Slay picked him up. Oh, that got the blood pumping. Oh, baby. Oh, I MF'd everybody. Oh, that was great.
That was good. That was really good.
Nicholas Morrow got cut. Remember that? Like when at the end of the preseason, he got cut. And then the Eagles had to figure out, we made a mistake. We should have kept this guy on the team because they kept trying to find guys to replace him with, but he might be our best linebacker.
Nicholas Morrow? Uh-oh.
We got you. You.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Zach Cunningham is linebacker 1 for sure. I don't know how he's not green dot.
Fair enough.
As far as
Trotter Jr., he's coming out of Clemson. Nah, that one's not going to work because then we had to draft him in the 1st round. We're not doing that.
The Eagles are never going to draft a linebacker. They value that less than I value. I don't know what's something I don't value. My health. Like they don't. They don't value linebackers. There's no chance. There's no chance.
No, they won't.
As far as offense go, AJ Brown got to 1,000 yards. He's at 1,005 yards. That's the fastest an Eagle has ever got. No, it's awesome. It's the fastest an Eagle has ever got to 1,000 yards. It's the fastest that he's done it in his career. He's done it. He's been in the league for 5. This is his 5th season. He's done it 4 seasons. This year he did it in 9 games. Last year he did it in 14 games. Didn't do it in 2020. In 2021 he didn't do it. In 2020 he did it in week 17, and in 2019 he did it in week 17 as well. So he is absolutely crushing it. I think there's a good chance that he could be like looking at the receiving leaders for each season. Sorry, I'm pulling this up right now. He's on track to be able to be the leading receiver in the NFL. I know obviously he's kind of battling it out with Tyreek Hill. In 2020, Justin Jefferson had 1,800 yards. 2021, Cooper Kupp had 1,900 yards. So I mean, there's a very good chance that AJ Brown can get up there for that. So I'm very excited for that.
Absolutely.
I'm amazed this team has been around for 91 years, and that's the first time that's happened. But I mean, it's cool and everything. I mean, he is balling. Offensive Player of the Month.
Yeah, having a 700-yard October that'll scoot you up there pretty good, pretty quick.
NFL. Yeah, definitely. He's definitely balling. NFL record now. Most consecutive games with 125 plus yards receiving and everything. Took that record 6 straight games. That's his now.
Yeah, we talked about this before the show as well. I'm fairly certain. Okay, I'm fairly certain that 3rd and 3 where they threw the ball in the fourth quarter, that 3rd and 3 where they threw the ball instead of running it what they probably should. I'm pretty sure that's Nick having his guys back, and he's like, "Hey, we can get AJ Brown up to 125 yards again," because that was on their own 32. If he takes that to the house, there's your 125 for the 7th consecutive game.
Mm-hmm.
So we like Nick that he does that for his guys, but it's kind of a live by the sword, die by the sword kind of a thing. And luckily they were able to survive.
They almost died by that sword yesterday.
Jeez, you're not lying. You're not lying. Another thing, Kenny Gainwell scored a touchdown on the first red zone trip. Eagles were 3 for 3 in the red zone yesterday.
Surprisingly.
3 for 3.
Now you missed some of this. I gotta jump in here, Jake. Like, okay, you missed some of this, Tristan. And you're like, okay, so John Leo, he's got this thing. He just disappears. I'm calling him out. But I can't remember his Twitter handle, well, X handle or whatever it is now, right off the top of my head and everything. But anybody that has John Leo's X handle, I want you to go to X right now. I want you to call this guy out, ask him why he's not on this show. Because as soon as John Leo hasn't taken his role, he disappears. Oh, now I got to go cover the Spurs game. No, you didn't. You were supposed to be on the show tonight, and you saw Kenneth Gainwell score a touchdown. Now you don't want to be here. And I'm calling you out. That's what happened. Kenneth Gainwell can't play and everything, but we like Devin Allen because he's fast. Boston Scott can't play. Kenneth Gainwell can't play. Now, I agree with him. Like, we all know DeAndre Swift is the best running back on this team.
He is, but Boston is not bad.
Boston
is not bad. And I am sick of this narrative, Tristan, where all Eagles fans want to sit here and tell me that Kenneth Gainwell can't play. Kenneth Gainwell can play. He's been misused from time to time. Mm-hmm. He had to fumble. But we tend to want to just pile on guys that we don't like, and everybody's decided we don't like Kenneth Gainwell now, so now we're going to jump on him because he had a fumble. DeAndre Swift fumbled yesterday. Nobody said anything.
Twice.
Nothing. I like Kenny. He's not my favorite, but I do like Kenny.
Yeah, I don't dislike Kenny Gainwell. The way that the Eagles use him make me MF Kenny Gainwell.
Right.
It's incredibly frustrating the way that they divvy out carries to him or designed. It hasn't happened as much this year, but passes that are designed to be a Kenny Gainwell ball like that. That's where my Kenny Gainwell disdain, not for Kenny Gainwell the person, but Kenny Gainwell the idea. I don't. That's my way of putting it.
No, I hear that. I hear that for sure.
We did get a Rashad Penny sighting.
Yes.
Two carries right out of halftime too. Out of halftime. Two Rashad Penny carries got him to within a 3rd and 3 or a 3rd and 2 maybe. Love it. You know what? He exists They acknowledge the fact that he's a running back, and
Yeah.
that's all you can ask for, baby.
That's true. That's true.
How
I feel
did-
like
how
they're
did he
still
look, though?
punishing him.
How did he look though?
Listen, Rashad Penny's a guy that you have to keep feeding him. He's Jordan Howard. You have to keep feeding him the ball, and he's eventually going to break the defense. That's the way that the Seahawks use Rashad Penny, and that's the best way to do it because Rashad Penny is like historically good at getting yards after contact. So, gotta just keep feeding.
I asked Jay Stress, and y'all got to keep me straight here because it was so fast. I missed both carries.
It was right out of halftime.
Like it was like over when there's like Rashad Penny got the ball twice. I was like, no, he didn't. It's like yes, he did. He's carried the ball 2 times now. So I'm like, this is what I heard though. So I heard 2 different varying stories.
Okay.
Dave says offense is not our problem. Defense needs to step it up. I respectfully disagree with that. We're gonna get to that in a second. Rashawn Glosser, a lot of the defense needs to be cleaned up before our tough stretch. I kind of sort of agree with that. I respectfully disagree with that. Like I'm like they held the Dallas Cowboys to 23 points after all that. They held the Miami Dolphins to 10 points off the turnover. I know you say 7 because we shouldn't count the 3, but it does count. So and Sean Desai, I think he got taken to the woodshed a little bit yesterday. But Sean Desai is basically holding this unit together with like tape and like, just nuts and bolts and things of that nature. So I'm like, I have no problem with what the defense is doing. It does have to be better. Some of it's ugly, but you disagree.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. You disagree?
You're not wrong.
I mean, they're fine, but I feel like if you're going to be the best team in the NFL, your defense could play a little bit better.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, you're not wrong about that. But
I feel like this team is going to win the Super Bowl, and we're still going to be talking about they still haven't played their best game.
We probably won't play our best football this season. I think we're going to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to win it, and it'll be great. But like, will we ever play our best football until 2024? No.
They everybody's like, oh, they haven't put a full game together. Pal, it's been 9 weeks. It just ain't gonna happen.
It's not happening.
You've played the easy. What are you gonna do? You play your best game against the Cardinals or the Giants in week 16? Who cares at that point? They're garbage team. You're gonna play your best game against Tommy DeVito as a quarterback? That's so stupid. I'm done with they have to play a complete game.
Finally, there's some respect for Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell was their best back. I respect that.
Yeah, he's the one that can pick up pressures the best, kind of by a big margin.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they have him in the red zone is because when people are blitzing Jalen, that's what you need.
Right.
Do you guys have any other notes on the offensive or defensive performance for this, or do we want to move forward into the absolute hell that we're gonna have to go through for the next month and a half?
We knew that. With Deshaun Desai, like I said, I think he got beat up a little bit yesterday, but I'm still happy with what I'm seeing from the defense. And Tresney's right too. Like this, they're not going to win long term like this. They're going to get beat up during this stretch and stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad they did. Don't get me wrong. I'm ecstatic that they did, but I almost kind of wish that they didn't have as good of a game against the Dolphins as they had, because I was like, oh, that's what this can look like. You can shut down everybody if you play this perfect. And then for the last 2 games, it's like, well, we have gone a long way, haven't we there, Sean? We have fallen quite a bit. And that's kind of the gut punch of the whole thing, is that we know what it can be. And then when it's this, and again, holding the Cowboys to 6 points in the second half when they had every opportunity in the world to score, that's kind of impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I go with that.
But we also, that was the other thing. The as far as the pass rush goes, I believe Hassan Reddick got the sack earlier in the game, and then the four sacks at the end. Man, that's so money. That's so money.
That was amazing.
Brandon Graham, be my dad, please,
man. Like that's what's up. Like I just like to see him do good things, man. And it's like, he said he wanted to play 15 years. No, if he then is his next game, like if he Sirius about to start talking in a second. I don't know if I said serious or something like that.
I was gonna say your mic.
Sirius about to start talking in a second. So but yeah, his next game puts him ahead of David Akers, right? So he's like the all-time leading Eagle as far as games played. No.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he said this is year 14. He said he wanted to play 15.
On it.
Nope.
I'm talking. I don't know what I said.
Still working.
Okay. Sirius, stop. Go to sleep. How do you put Sirius to sleep? Y'all know how to get this girl from Stop Talking? I don't know how to do this.
Just
Siri,
nigger.
go.
Here's what I found.
All right, this is.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, but what are we talking about? Oh, yeah, Brandon Graham. So
Yeah.
Brandon Graham is like great things. I don't know if he'll get to 15 seasons. Unless
I
he's
don't
just
know.
like a veteran minimum or something like that, but I think this is it.
They'll stick with him for as long as he wants to play. The guy's not asking for a whole lot of money. I believe he actually took like a he took like a significantly less amount of money than like somebody at his position is worth when he like re-signed, didn't he?
Yeah, it's
I
true.
think so.
Yeah. So I think they'll keep him for as long as possible. I mean, we see the value of Fletch to Jalen Carter and to Jordan Davis. I mean, if you can keep a guy around like that, I don't see why not. I mean, he's having significantly, I don't want to say worse, significantly less production than he did last year when he should have won Comeback Player of the Year. But I'll take, you know what, if Brandon Graham wants to go in and ruin the Cowboys' day at how old is he? 34 or something like that.
60.
Then I'm all for
I was
it.
like, wait, what?
I'm all
Like
for it.
60 something.
But let's talk this gauntlet coming up. Okay, so we're in the bye week, which is the perfect time for this.
We need it.
Oh my God, we need it. That they are so banged up with Slay and Bradbury going down on that last drive. Life flashed before my eyes.
Oh my gosh, I was sick.
It was ugly. But
Like,
looking
we
at
didn't really gonna lose this game. Like, I don't know how we got out of it, but I'm glad we did.
I thought we were. I thought we were going to lose last night. I really did.
again, I think it's an indictment on Dak and Mike McCarthy. They're just a conglomeration of morons, is what they are.
Literally.
Okay, but we go bye week, then Chiefs, then Bills, then Niners, then Cowboys, then Seahawks are the next. What's that? 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw Tressany on the spot here because she wrote an excellent story.
Oh yeah, this is my article.
So she picked the Cowboys to lose that game, which is correct.
There you go.
So Tressany's next few choices here. Week 11, you got Kansas City Chiefs. You got that as a win.
It's gonna be a win, but it's gonna be rough. It's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be very ugly.
Did you write this before yesterday?
Yes,
I did write this before
middle last
yesterday.
week, I think it was. Yeah.
My thing about the Chiefs is this. Yes, Patrick Mahomes is great, and yes, Travis Kelce is great, but Patrick Mahomes only has one good receiver to work with. So I don't think our secondary should have as much trouble as they did against Dallas with KC. So I think we'll be okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I think Buffalo Bills. You agree with that, Jake?
Yeah, I just think that the weakness in them. I think he's only going to need that, like, just because he only has one pass catcher. It turns out that pass catcher's pretty goddamn good.
He is. But they lost to the Broncos. So that gave me some confidence because they didn't score at all. That was only field goals they got. So
and then watching yesterday morning, that was, I was like, okay, that's a very winnable game. It's a very winnable game.
It is. Yeah, Miami threw that away for sure.
Yeah, Miami did a Dallas.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, I've got a lot more faith in that Monday night game now because of what we saw there. If the Dolphins are able to hold the Chiefs to 0 points in the second half, I'm all in, baby.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys are right and I'm wrong. I'm going to say that that's a loss because we just can't seem to beat Andy Reid for some reason. And Andy Reid's record, because the Chiefs are on a bye too, and Andy Reid's record after a bye is impeccable. And I trust Andy Reid more than I trust this coaching staff at the moment.
What's Nick Sirianni's record off the bye?
Pretty doggone good.
Actually, better percentage-wise. He's undefeated off the bye.
Yeah.
So
good point. Good point.
That's real talk.
I'm grasping at straws. Obviously, I can cherry pick stats all I want.
I'm hoping you guys are right. I'm gonna go Chiefs loss in that one.
I know we're gonna win.
So we got them. I got them 0-1 after the break. Y'all got them 1-0.
I think they'll win. I'm hoping Taylor Swift doesn't go. I think that'll make things better for us. As much as I love my girl, but I know she'll probably be there.
She's going to be in Buenos Aires.
Yeah,
I've looked it up.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Thank God for Argentina.
my
Perfect.
my wife is going to the game, and I was like, man, that's gonna be expensive if she's there. But no, she's on tour then. So we're
Amazing. Thank you, Jesus.
there we go.
All right, so then Tristan, you got the Buffalo Bills. You picked that as a win.
Yeah, we're gonna win that game. The Buffalo Bills are just not good. I'm sorry, they're not. So
Oh, they stink, baby.
yeah, they're not good.
They I don't know when their bye is, or if have they already had their bye. I don't
know.
They're not they are ugh, yuck. They
Bad.
stink. Last night was abysmal. Ugh. Joe Burrow got his freaking finger torn off, and you can't beat him.
I know. Oh,
I agree with y'all. I'm gonna put that as a win too. Like I don't trust Buffalo, and I think
And it's at home.
all over a few times.
and it's at home. That makes it even better. And is that Kelly Green?
It is Kelly Green.
Kelly Green night. Yeah. It's Kelly Green night.
Not a primetime game though. I believe that one's just at 4:25.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Okay, so then what did you say about San Francisco, Tristan?
That is a win because it literally has to be. If we lose to the 49ers, the way they will drag us until Jesus Christ himself comes back to this earth. So we have to win it. There's no other way.
And that one is also in Philly.
That's also in Philly. That's right.
Yeah, man. If I had to call it now, I would say because they're coming off a bye week. This is a tough one for me. Because I also need to see if Jalen is hurt, like in that Chiefs game. If Jalen is hurt in that Chiefs game, then that he's not going to get better for the rest of the season. And 3 weeks after that, buddy, that's tough. I'll go win. All the Eagles do is win.
All we do is win.
I'm going to say, gosh,
but it's man, if Jalen comes back gimpy off of the bye week,
it'll be bad. But we have to remember the Niners are on a 3-game losing streak.
They are, but they also had their bye week, and I just saw on Twitter today Debo's working out again.
Yeah, but did Debo actually do anything during the NFC Championship game?
No, he didn't.
He's very off and on. He's not consistent right now, so that's why I didn't include him in there, except for that he loves to do a whole lot of this. So
he does, and he's kind of ever since was 2021 the year that he stepped out. Ever since then, he's been down. He's just kind of going. He's just going off the fact that his name is Debo, and that name is like, I don't know, kind of cool name.
I don't think Brock Purdy is as good as everybody says he is. I think Debo and Christian McCaffrey will both be hurt by the time this game comes around.
That's another good point. The 49ers, I wrote about this before the season. I can't remember the numbers, but they are like the most injured team ever, especially late in the season. So yeah, Christian McCaffrey hasn't been hurt in a full calendar year, that is a statistical anomaly. So yeah, there's a good chance. I don't know what their schedule is looking like, but
so based off that, I know Nick Sirianni is got a little pity wop to him.
You're not wrong.
So I think he'll have his guys ready to go. So I'm gonna go to San Francisco, loses that when we get that one done. That's what I'm saying. All right, Tracy, back on you. Cowboys in Arlington, week 14. What you got?
Loss. I'm sorry. Especially after last night. They're coming for blood and we'll be on their turf for sure. So it's a loss.
I agree. Sunday Night Football in Arlington. That's a loss.
Yeah.
And the refs will be against us there too. So yeah, it's a loss.
If that was during the day, I might say that the Eagles win that one because the Cowboys consistently kill themselves with the window that Jerry refuses to cover during a football game, and it always ends up blinding somebody on the Cowboys team. But since it's at night, we won't have that advantage of Jerry Jones' pride. So yeah, I have that one as a loss too. Yeah, again, especially after last night, it's like, there's a fluky win.
Y'all both went win against Kansas City, and I went loss. So I'm gonna make sure it's not a clean sweep. We all just say they lose. I think they're gonna lose anyway, but I'm just gonna say they're going to win, just so we aren't all saying they're gonna lose this game. That's no reason for doing it. Fair. No analysis, no statistics, nothing. Just they haven't beaten this team in Arlington since 2017, and that's just what tends to happen. So.
Yeah.
But just for the sake of we not getting clean sweep on our own show, I'm going to go Eagles win.
Well, if they do win, they have you to thank for that. So there you go.
Appreciate it. That's why I rock with you.
There we go.
So I rock with you.
And then what's our last game? Seahawks?
Seahawks at Seattle.
We always lose at Seattle.
We do.
I think we
but
win
not
this. Like for some reason, even when Seattle's bad, we lose to Seattle. But
not this time.
not this time. I'm with you.
You're breaking
I'm gonna
curses.
go win.
I disagree. I don't see there being a way that the Eagles something's got to bounce the other way. I think that could be a weirdo game, but I just don't. I don't think that the Eagles are going to go into the Cardinals-Giants stretch with only 3 losses. I think that one comes there.
Okay, fair.
I unfortunately think that that's going to be an incredibly important game in the NFC. I think that could potentially be a first seed kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had Seattle winning the division, and I'm
you've been on that for a long time.
Just so I can say I was right if I was, but I had them winning the division at the beginning of the year.
They will. The 49ers are going to 49er themselves. And I think that Geno might step over his own feet. So that's why I think that the Eagles might be able to just
Step over his own feet.
pull something out. I mean, our secondary will let him win the game, but I think Geno will just mess it up for himself. So
I actually do have a Jake's take. Let me pull that up real quick.
sorry, Siri wanted to get involved.
Right, we need
Here, I got it.
There you go.
Woo, I like that.
Look at that. Look at that guy.
So fancy.
Jake's take, DK Metcalf is just bad AJ Brown.
That's a good take. I like that actually.
That's dope, man.
Woo. Yeah.
What if DK had a quarterback?
Oh, you mean like Russell Wilson?
Ooh.
Well, yeah.
he had the opportunity to move in the offseason. Am I making that up, or was that a thing? People or did he willingly stay in Seattle? I can't remember.
I want to say he
had an option to move, and he decided to stay.
Yeah,
which makes no sense, but okay.
no,
Go
not
on.
even a little bit.
Okay, so Stresny, you got them 5-1 in this stretch. I'm including the Cowboys game that you predicted to be a win.
Yes, and
5-1
also my
against
rep is on the
Cowboys.
line. So 5-1. They have to do it for me.
All right. And your only losses to the Cowboys. I said 4-2 with losses to the Chiefs and the who did I say the losses to?
The
Did you say-
Chiefs and the Seahawks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs, Seahawks. I feel like I had another loss in there somewhere. Chiefs, Bills. I guess not. Okay, it's Chiefs, Seahawks, 4-2, and you said 4-2, Jacob. 5-1.
Yeah, I said 4-2, back-to-back losses. Cowboys, Seahawks.
Okay.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right going into the final 3 games. Beat the tar out of the last 3 people, and get good vibes going into the postseason.
Absolutely. We need to shut out the Cardinals just because I despise Jonathan Gannon.
That is very warranted. That being said, with this gauntlet, how many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 games. If they go 3-3, I'm happy. If they go 4-2, I'm ecstatic. If they go less than go less than 500 in that stretch, it's going to be that first seed. That one's gone.
Yeah, we got a tall order to fill for sure.
Yep. Especially with a quarterback who's gimpy.
And we don't have another quarterback, so
Yeah, man.
I don't.
I don't know why everybody thought Marcus Mariota could save it. Y'all didn't see this guy play in Atlanta.
I saw him.
It was Tennessee. It was like he was okay in Tennessee. He had to pass through the pass himself. He disappeared. I think he had a game with the Raiders one time. He looked bad in Atlanta, and then we got him. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, we finally got Marcus Mariota!" Like, why do y'all care?
Was he the quarterback for AJ in 2019? I think he was, wasn't he? Or is that Tannehill?
It started off that way, and then he got benched for Tannehill.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, AJ got 1,000 yards that season, so
He sure did.
I mean, 5 years ago, surely Marcus Mariota can't be
I
that
think he
bad.
got benched early.
Surely.
But wow. So the Eagles and the Seahawks, right? So is this right?
What are you looking at?
Their history. The Eagles have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They lost 7 straight to Seattle.
It's a long way to go.
Ooh.
A lot of travel, and I assume that they're probably going to go straight from
Seattle at 9 out of 10. So this goes all the way back to 2005. They lost at home 42-0. Seattle beat them 28-24 in 2007. The Eagles beat them 26-7 in 2008. Then they lost in 2011, 31-14 Seattle, 24-14 Seattle in 2014. I didn't realize it was this bad. 2016, 26-15 Philadelphia. This kind of makes sense, though, because they never beat Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, that was prime Russ.
So then it was like, okay, 24-10
And Legion of Boom is probably the bigger probably the bigger factor there. Legion of Boom. That's probably, I mean, they drug Russell Wilson to a Super Bowl.
17-9 in 2019. That was then the playoff game where Jadeveon Clowney went Hulk smash on Carson Wentz.
Yep.
So then it was like that was 17-9. And Rashard Penny had a run in that one. I remember that. And then 2020, 23-17 Seattle. So they've lost 7 straight to Seattle and 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's not good. Especially if you have to go to Seattle, you have to go across the country. That's what I was saying. Because it kind of depends. Another thing that goes into that game is what their travel schedule is. Do they go straight from Arlington to Seattle? Do they come home during that?
Some of these are home games though, because it's like 2005, 2007, 2014 were all at home, and then the last 3 have been at home.
Oh well,
Yeah. Josh McCown didn't really stand. He didn't have a knee. He didn't have a knee in that game. Didn't he like blow out his knee or AC? Didn't he have something real bad in that playoff game too? After Carson Wentz got
they found out later. Like Carson had a concussion early. I don't even think he would pass.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
he went out in the first series. I think. I don't think he even completed the pass. I think it was a run, and Jadeveon Clowney dropped the people's elbow on him like the Rock.
Yep. It was not good. Not good at all.
I'm gonna still stand on what I said though. Eagles win.
I hope so.
I'm with you. I'm really just thinking about this streak that ain't really got nothing to do with this year.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you're right, and the facts are there. I'm just being delusional, and I'm
what we're
doing at all. I think I think they win, and I think the only reason I'm picking a loss is because I'm trying to come up with a loss somewhere.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
So
and out of all of the teams we could lose to, I'm okay with losing to the Seahawks.
You say that now, but again, I think that might end up being one that's very important for seating standings. Seating.
Geno is just like, I don't believe in Geno.
I don't know. You get what I mean.
I don't believe in Geno either. I would just rather lose to the Seahawks and the 49ers. I don't want Debo to have that over us. That would be humiliating.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's where I'm coming from. Not even with facts, just street cred.
No. Again, delusion is what I what I go on. No, that's I don't know if you've heard my take about Patrick Mahomes is a system quarterback, and I have cherry picked numbers to back it up.
Do it, yeah.
I don't have them off the top of my head. Something. I'll come back with them. But it's accuracy and miss ball percentage and things of that sort. You take away everything else. He's system quarterback. And I've been mocked openly for it. And I'll continue to get mocked. But I'm going to die on that.
I'm cool. I'm rocking with you because you have never gone off of this. Like, you stand by what you said.
Listen, if I have anything,
you've never come off of it, and I got to respect it.
If I have anything, it's my integrity. I also said that I'll drink piss, and I'm still planning on doing that at some point.
Oh wow. Okay, heard.
Tracy, we got a lot to talk about. Like, you missed some stuff.
I clearly have, but I'm glad I'm here today. So
I don't make empty promises.
Hey, I respect that though. That's some real talk.
The best part about this story is
and then you'll be like, "Oh, I can't respect
by now." But there's a technicality that gets thrown out there.
Yeah.
The technicality. It's not.
Okay, Jake was asking for like 5,000 watches of one show.
No, I said 3 consecutive shows with 500 views. 3 consecutive shows with 500 views, and I'll drink 8. On YouTube. I said on YouTube. I
nobody can find him saying on YouTube.
I will. I looked it up.
We go back and get
shows of 500 views. We were well past that.
No, it's on YouTube. If you think that I don't keep receipts, I'll go to my file.
We had 500 straight. We had 500 views of them on Facebook alone.
Yeah, I know. I said YouTube.
So he was supposed to do this, but
I said YouTube. I said, you think I won't drink piss? I'll drink piss right now. Well, I won't do it right now, but you get what I mean. If anything, I have my word, and I know what I said, and I'm not trying to shy away from it.
All right.
I just
Well, I
gotta,
want to be here to see it if it does happen.
work up diabetes, and my pee tastes sweet.
There you go.
It's called planning ahead. All right. Does anybody have anything else? Did we have anything else that we wanted to cover?
I think we got to wrap it up after that. Like
There you go.
Let's just end with that.
End it with a bang. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining us on the Nest and Inside the Eagles show. Your Philadelphia Eagles, against all odds, are 8-1 after the Cowboys choke away yet another game, sitting at the top of the NFC East, sitting at the top of the NFC, sitting at the top of the NFL with that 8-1 record. Guys, it's a good day. It is a good day. Thank you guys very much for joining us. That's Trestany Sawyers. That's Jeffrey Knox. My name's Jake Beckman. Y'all have a good night.